have a microphone up there?
Yeah, that's what this is.
Oh, okay.
You're live.
Now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm live. I can feel my pulse.
Hello.
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 Bon Beanie.
You got notifications. I just bumped the thing. I should stop trying to touch things.
Hey, we are live, and we're in a hotel room.
In Miami.
In stereo. And that's because, well, you probably know, we're getting ready to go on a cruise tomorrow. And so we, instead of just not doing a podcast, we thought we'd do at least kind of a fun live stream kind of deal. So we'll kind of, I don't know, let's just...
You want to just run the thing?
Let's just run it. Let's just get right into it. If people come in a little late, then they can watch the first 3 minutes over or something like that. But hello out there. So this is going to be a little bit more of a live streamy type of podcast episode. Here you go. Oh, yeah.
Come with me, we're going on a Fintastic cruise. Pick your destination with news, tips, and reviews. But here is an item you might not have thought of. All of the things under the water. Nature surrounds us with elegant features. You can't go on a cruise and not see the creatures. So let's make some magic, let's get ecstatic. Instantly classic, maybe romantic. The wildlife around you, cinematic on your Fintastic cruise.
Bon Beanie, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Fintastic Cruising. I am Matt.
And I'm Kimbra.
And I'm Mama Sandy.
And we are in Miami doing this live stream sort of podcast episode. Look, if you're listening to this after this is over, you're not watching it on YouTube, this one is going to be a little bit more of a live stream type format. We'll probably interact with people that are in the chat and stuff. So I know that's not always the best format for people listening in the future as just a regular podcast, but we'll get back to our regular podcast format in the coming weeks. I don't know what's going to happen for our next one because we'll literally be on a ship.
Yes, if we're able to get the right kind of internet and it works, we might try and do it on the ship.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We will see. We will try. We're also going to try and make an appearance on another live next Friday. So I don't know if we're supposed to say anything about that or not. Maybe if they come on, that'll give it away.
So let's talk to the people that are in here.
Yes.
So Adrian is on here. Says,
hello, Adrian.
First time seeing you guys live. I'm giving my beardy dragons a bath.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Adrian, you leave so many kind comments and stuff and active in the Fintastic Cruise community. Thank you for joining us on this maybe non-traditional Fintastic Cruising podcast live stream.
Yes. And Kevin Counts is here. Says, Bon Beanie, give us the deets on the cruise.
Oh, yeah. We're going to get to those because we got some deets. We got some interesting deets on this cruise. Some things have happened that are going to change this cruise for us in a very dramatic way. Well, more to come on that.
Yes. And Griff and Alyssa.
Hey, Griff and Alyssa. How's it going?
Smiley face.
Smiley face. Thank you guys for joining us. Yeah, that's cool. We miss you guys. We need to hang out.
It's very cold in this room. I just want you all to know that.
At a random, it's cold in the room. It's a hotel room. It's supposed to, if it was hot in the room, that would be probably a bad thing.
Yes.
I'd rather it be cold.
Who else we got in there? What we got?
Griffin and Alyssa say, nice to see you guys. Adrian said, just enjoy your cruise.
Long time since we've seen
She also said, I generally watch the replay at work. Shh, don't tell my boss.
Just keep it, in the headset there.
That's right.
All good. I'm drinking a very rare vintage Pepsi Zero Sugar tonight because we got the Papa John's going on.
How is it? What do you think of it?
It's
better than what you thought.
It's better than what I thought. I'm not a Pepsi guy.
Well, the reason I was asking is because we talked about bottomless bubbles.
Oh, that's a fair point.
So this is like a test run.
That is a fair point. This is better. You know what? Actually, when I drank this earlier this evening, I almost thought I had something mixed in it, which is weird. I don't know.
There's nothing mixed in it.
I know that, but I don't know. Maybe it's just residual
Okay.
whiskey in my brain. I don't know.
Beached in Texas says, what ship and itinerary?
Oh, well,
We
welcome, Beach in Texas.
will be on the Carnival Horizon, leaving out of Miami tomorrow.
Finally.
We've been waiting years for this.
Literally.
3 years ago we booked it.
Yes. This is why Kimbra's phrase at the end of every podcast is
head for the horizon.
Now it's time to head for the horizon. Well, guess what? It's time to head for the horizon. For reals this time.
Yeah. So when we booked this cruise, it was to Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao.
When we booked this cruise, there were no moving pictures with sound. That's how long ago.
Okay. Anyways.
The Titanic hadn't sunk yet.
Matthew.
Be good.
Bonaire is not allowing cruise ships in yet. So we
sad.
are no longer going to Bonaire, but we are still going to Aruba. We are still going to Curacao. And now we are going to La Romana and Amber Cove.
Yes.
So 4 ports for the price of 3, 1 less sea day. Not the ideal change, but we're going to do cool things in those new ports.
We're going to make it, we're going to take that down and turn it upside down.
That's right.
Because we have some really cool things planned for those ports.
Kevin says 60 days until his next cruise.
Nice. I see Bonnie's in there.
Yes, Bonnie said we had a great tour of the brewery on the horizon and loved it.
Oh, yeah. I've done the tour of the brewery on the Vista, and that was a lot of fun. So maybe we'll do that. I don't know, since Kimbra's now getting a taste for beer, I don't know that they have any that she would like, but I don't know, maybe we'll have to do a flight or something at least, if not a brewery tour.
See the world.
Should do a tour of the candy store.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I'd be there.
A flight of candy.
Yes.
A flight of pick and mix.
See the world with Chris says, hey.
Hey, see the world with Chris. So, okay, so what are we going to talk about first? Well, obviously, we got our tests done. Let's start there.
Okay.
Because that was we had a little bit of a snafu, a near snafu.
We did. So we decided, we of course work at the Florida Aquarium, which is downtown Tampa, and there is a Tampa General Hospital urgent care within like a 3-minute walking distance. So we're like, great, let's go get our tests done there. So we went and made appointments a couple weeks ago. We're good to go. We did like an early lunch on Thursday. We went and did our test. They gave us our papers, all the stuff. We walked out, negative test. We're excited. We're ready to go. Also, Thursday was National Guacamole Day. So we stopped at Publix and got ourselves some guacamole. And
somebody said I'm looking buff. It must be the angle or something.
It's not the gym.
The buff is left over from the Mardi Gras is what it is. It's that kind of buff.
Yeah.
Look at that stomach muscle.
Anyways.
Speaking of guacamole.
Yeah. So it's National Guacamole Day. So we went over to Publix to get some guacamole so that we could enjoy Guacamole Day. And Matt gets a phone call and he's like, what's this number? And he answers, and it's the clinic. He was like, we forgot to do like a timestamp on your paperwork. So, and we're like, okay, no worries. We're literally across the street. So we go back and the doctor's there and he's like, so your paper also doesn't say negative.
Hers did. Mine didn't. I think it was some kind of conspiracy actually to keep me off the ship. No, it's funny because I normally don't answer random like phone numbers because it's usually garbage, but I did because I knew we had just gotten a call from Carnival earlier in the week, and I'm like, well, just in case it's Carnival or something, and then they were like timestamp, and we're like, it's got the date on it, it's probably fine, but we were literally right there, so we went in, and then they're like, oh yeah, by the way, yours doesn't say negative. That would have been bad.
We would have sent you a postcard, though.
Yeah.
That's right. See, I told you she would cruise without you.
Mom, I said my mom would never do that. She would not. She wouldn't. Wow.
I probably would not. Okay. But, let Kimbra and me dream.
Okay.
Um,
I think they could have called and verified, but it would have just been a whole other layer of stress and
Right.
time and anxiety and stuff and things. And stuff.
so whoever is on Facebook, right now it's just telling us Facebook user, so we don't know who you are. There is a link in the description that you can click that will connect StreamYard to Facebook, so we don't have to just call you Facebook user.
Or just say your name or something.
Yeah, but if
right?
there's multiple people, then we'll get them confused.
Say your name. Say your name.
Anyways, wants to know what your tattoo is.
Oh, it is my favorite punk rock band, NoFX, which my brother from another mother, Mark, has the same tattoo.
And Chris says, you shaved again.
I did, because we're going to be underwater at least on 2 of these islands. And also, it gets really itchy. So I like the look of the beard. I don't like the feel of the beard. So we're trying the hair free. Really, I'm just trying to look like Sean from Down Under Cruisers. So, yeah. So anyway, we got the.
What?
Oh.
Hi, Nancy.
Hello, Nancy.
Sorry, I couldn't.
Nancy, were we supposed to be on your live? We forgot, and then I don't know.
Oh, we got some notification, I had put something in the calendar.
And we were in bed, so we were oh, I think. But anyway, we can figure that out later. Yes. So we got our negative test results.
We enjoyed our guacamole.
My mom got her negative test result, and we enjoyed the guacamole, and so that was fine. That was all good. Yeah. So, what do you want to talk about next? I feel like there was something else. There was something else besides. I don't know what it was. I'm scatterbrained. Look, Kimbra drove all the way down today to Miami.
It was awful.
We worked 3.5 hours this morning.
Yeah.
We worked, and then we got in the car. We took all our stuff to work, and she drove down. It was this weird rain that was at 1 second, and I don't mean minute, I mean second. It was torrential downpour, and then it was drizzle, and then it was torrential downpour. I know what you're thinking. You're like, Matt, that's called Florida. But it was weird. This was extreme even for Florida rain. It was bizarre. It was annoying rain is what it was, really.
Well, because every time, and there was traffic, and every time it started, middle
people?
of the day during the week, what? But it was
between Fort Myers and Naples. What is happening here?
Yeah, so. It was stupid. Because every time it went away, I was like, yes, it's gone, and then 2 seconds later it started again. I was like. And then Matt was like, well, I don't think it's supposed to rain anymore on the drive down.
Yeah, I only made that mistake of saying that out loud once, though. And then, because I'm at work, waiting, because, of course, I finished all my stuff I had to do. I had, an hour and a half left. So I'm like, okay, I got to try and figure out something to do. And then I'm like, okay, I'm just going to check the weather. And there was, a rainstorm right over downtown Tampa. But it looked like the rest of the way was going to be clear. Well, yeah. I guess that's why the weathermen can't predict it either. But
so speaking of that Sean guy.
Sean, we were going to tell him about Friday, but then we weren't sure if we were supposed to tell him.
Our Friday, not your Friday.
Yes, and then that probably just gave it away for people that are. If it's okay to tell them, we'll make an official announcement what we're going to try and do. But anyway,
Stacy says hi.
Hey, Stacy. So we got down here. We picked my mom up from the Miami airport. Wow. Has anybody been to the Miami airport? Because that is not my favorite airport.
No. And we didn't even fly.
No, we drove. We
didn't have to
parking. We parked inside, right? Because we're going to meet my mom at the terminal. And just navigating that was a challenge. And, I'm not going to claim to be the Magellan of airport navigation, but I feel like between the two of us, we can usually do okay. And we were
It was bad. We walked in circles a couple times.
And it's a big airport to walk in circles.
We were standing there, kind of waiting. We had a couple minutes. Her flight was a little bit delayed. So I was like, hey, I'm going to go find the bathroom. We have a couple minutes. So I start walking down, and I'm walking and walking. All the signs were restroom, that way, that way. I'm like, okay, great. So I keep walking and nothing. And finally I gave up because I'm like, how much further am I going to walk? So I came back and I told Matt, I said, I don't know where the bathroom is. And he's been standing there this whole time I'm walking. And he said, well, that sign says restroom right there, literally right in front of us. And I'm like, you couldn't have told me that while
I didn't see it. I just assumed you were doing your business and you were taking care of business because you were gone so long. And then I'm like, when you said that, I'm looking around. I'm like, oh, that's a sign way down there. And, oh, you know what? There's one right there.
Literally right in front of us.
So anyway, so we picked my mom up. But okay, so Sean said, tell them.
Okay.
Tell them. So basically, Down Under Cruisers have a group cruise planned for October.
Oh, what? No. Tell them. What are you telling them?
About live stream.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. October of 2022, which we are, there's a very high probability that we're going to be on that cruise, but also Spikers will be on that cruise. And of course, the Down Under Cruisers will be on that cruise, as well as Kenny. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So it's on the horizon, right? So they do a live stream on Friday nights, usually at 10 p.m. Eastern, usually after ours. And so next Friday, since we'll be on the horizon and we're going to have the internet package, we'll get into that in a second, we're going to try and pop onto their live stream live from the horizon. So
as long as all of our internet things are good to go.
Which I feel strongly about that.
I mean, usually it's fine.
Yeah. So check out the Down Under Cruisers live streams on Friday nights, especially next week. And we're on there a lot in the chat and stuff like that. We were on there last week making Kimbra did a really funny Australian accent and was all dressed up. But maybe that was me. But yeah, check their live stream out anyway, but definitely watch next Friday. So yeah. I saw Papa John. I'm like trying to read the screen.
Yeah, it's fine. I was trying to see what kind of Papa John's pizza.
Oh, so we're going on a Carnival ship tomorrow. So what's on our mind? Shaquille O'Neal, of course, because big chicken, right?
But we can't get big chicken.
No.
Because it's not on the horizon.
No, which makes us sad. But there's some, what's it called? The shakaroni or something like that?
Shakaroni from Papa John's. It's apparently we had it, so I can tell you about it. But it's like shack-sized slices.
It's like a New York style kind of slice from Papa John's ish. Yeah. I'm sure New York pizza purists will be like, no.
It was a pepperoni pizza from Papa John's.
It was good. It wasn't bad. I would say I liked it better than the average Papa John's slice that I've had recently. But it was no big chicken. Okay. So
no.
It was not even close to big chicken. Like I won't be pining for that or anything.
Oh man, big chicken. So Adam's going back on the Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
So Adam has to eat some big chicken for us.
Yeah.
I don't think he's on here, but when he watches it later, which he will, because I'll make sure he does. Or else. Okay, so that's that stuff.
So let's tell them the most fun news.
You want to tell them about the news?
And then we'll talk about the cruise a little bit more.
Yeah, so Mama Sandy has a good chunk of onboard credit that wasn't expected.
Yes. Like what? $200?
Like $320.
$320 of onboard credit that has to be spent on this cruise. And we had, what, $50, $100?
I think maybe 100.
But then something happened.
Yeah.
Something extraordinary, sort of. You want to tell them about that? Or you want...
Sure, I can tell them. So,
letting her talk. See?
As a travel agent, Carnival has been sending out these really amazing deals to get these travel advisors onto their ships and selling their stuff and all this great stuff, which is, of course, how we were able to jump on the Mardi Gras a month ago, which was amazing. And they keep sending them out, and unfortunately, we can't, do all of them, unfortunately. But they ended up putting out one of these really awesome rates for the cruise that we're booked on. Well, of course, we paid for this cruise. It's a week out. We're like, maybe we can get this deal. So I call Carnival and I was like, hey, here's the deal. I've got this cruise booked, but this email just came out today for this rate. Can I get it? And they were like, well, blah, 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 things and stuff. And eventually we got it.
Sort of.
Well, we did. We got the rate. But they said they couldn't refund what we've already paid. So we have the remainder as onboard credit.
So we really already paid for the cruise of what we intended to pay, but we get to spend how much money?
2,000.
Together, we've got just over $2,000
Of onboard
of
credit.
onboard credit to spend on this cruise
So we're gonna
In 8 days.
in 8 days.
in 8 days.
Yeah, so we're we're very creative people. We already have plans on how we're going to do that, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We contemplated the steakhouse every night. We're not going to actually do that, but maybe twice. We're not going to do the drink package because we did a little Kimbra and Matt drink math and determined that even if we drank as much as we possibly wanted to, it'd still be cheaper for us to just buy the drinks individually.
Well, and we don't need to buy the drinks.
Well, right.
Right,
Yes.
yeah.
So we're going to spend. We would get more value if we just buy the drinks.
Right,
Because we're not going to drink. I think it's like 5 drinks a day per person that you have to just to break even.
And we're not going to
There's
drink.
no way. We're
Not every day.
No,
Some
no,
days
no.
maybe,
Yeah,
but not every day.
Yeah. But we can drink as much as we want and for what we want, and it'll still be good. So,
We might do pedicures,
Yeah,
Right?
they might.
massage.
Massage, perhaps.
I'm getting a good deal out of this.
Right.
Pedicures with you, massage with you.
There
Right.
you go.
Yeah,
I get it
don't know.
all.
I don't know. I mean, they sell GoPros on the ship. I don't know. There's a casino there. I don't usually gamble, but hey,
Bingo.
bingo. Yeah, she does. She's a gambler a little bit. So we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna be able to like cut loose and do whatever we want, pretty much.
Beach in Texas says jewelry.
Oh, jewelry. Yeah. There goes the.
Adrian said, "Can you book another cruise with it while on board?"
I thought about that. I doubt it, but it might be worth asking.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think that it would work that way. But there's no harm in asking.
That's
right?
true.
Maybe a down payment. I don't know.
They have Rolexes, great diving watches.
That's true. They're like citizen dive watches.
Sean says, "I can see the limo needed to carry the Fintastic crew off at the end of the cruise."
Yes. So, needless to say, and let me just tell you. So when Kimbra is on the phone with the Carnival person, right? The Carnival person's telling us this deal. She's like, "Hold on, I need to talk to my boyfriend about this." So she puts the phone on mute and she's like, "All right, look, I'll lose my commission if we do this." And I'm like, "Your commission's like $80 or $2,000 in cruise credit. $80, $2,000 in like. I think we know what we need to do here." So.
I wasn't thinking about all the things because my first thought was, I can't drink $2,000 worth of alcohol.
But you could give it a college try. No, not enjoy the
That
cruise.
was my first thought.
You can enjoy one really good day and then spend the rest of the cruise
And then, of course-
recuperating from it. That's what would happen to
And
me.
then Matt was like, "Well, there's the spa and there's the steakhouse." And, oh yeah, there are other things.
Yes. Yes, there's more than alcohol. So we're gonna have fun on this.
That's
cruise.
right. Billy is on. Hello, Billy.
Hey, Billy, welcome. Thank you for joining tonight. So like we said in the beginning, we always say, or she always says, it's time to head for the horizon. It's legit time to head for the horizon.
Now here's the problem. After this cruise, I don't know what I'm gonna say.
What to just book another cruise on the horizon?
There you go.
Oh, I know who's gonna jump on with that comment now.
Sean and Elena, maybe. That's perhaps that would be a good way to solve that little conundrum there.
Oh, Stacy said, "See if they'll let you buy Carnival gift cards from Cherry on Top."
Oh,
That could be sneaky.
that's a clever idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are ways there are ways to trick the system. Even if we could do that and get Carnival gift cards just so that we could use them on our next cruise and have
Right.
extra cruise credit
Right.
would be cool. So that's a good idea.
Yeah.
See, this is why we needed to bring this up with you guys.
I know. You have all the
you guys have
ideas.
even
I
more
was just
creative
thinking I
ideas.
was going to drink $2,000 of alcohol.
I don't think it'll cover the helicopter ride off the
Yeah.
ship when they have to pump your stomach after that. What's Sean saying? Qantas, that's Australian airline, right? Are starting
To fly 18th of December.
Oh.
Just saying.
Oh, yeah. I don't think that cruise credit will get us to Australia, but
Well, no, he's saying
he's
that
saying
he has a
he's-
cruise
that they have
booked
their
on the
cruise.
horizon.
Yes.
So I could continue saying head for the
Yes.
horizon.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Nancy says you can pull it from the casino.
Yeah, right. I know, but I would just lose it all in the casino. But maybe we'll take a little bit of that and
That
just
quarter
stay.
game.
Yeah. Well, we want a chance to win, Mom.
Oh, that's right.
Nobody wins the quarter game. Nobody ever wins the quarter game.
But it's so much fun.
It is fun. It is fun.
Adrian said that I can still say head for the horizon because that's my tagline.
There you go. Yeah, see?
But I feel like that means I need to book something on the horizon. It's only right.
Right? Yeah. And head for the Mardi Gras or something doesn't really
It just
doesn't work.
like we have the group cruise head for the pride. Like it just doesn't. I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be a carnival. Like we have the
No,
freedom.
Yeah.
So
Freedom!
head for freedom. Head for the Scarlet Lady.
Head for the Virgin?
Matthew.
So yeah, so it's going to be fun. So what are we doing? I know we've kind of talked about this. I think did we talk about this in a past episode?
You know what? We've talked about a lot of things.
I know, but we'll just go give you the rundown. We're going to be 2 days at sea, plus the embarkation day. So that's kind of like 3 days at sea to me, at least 2.5,
Yeah.
right? And then we're going to be in Aruba, but not Jamaica. And we're trying. If you watch Paradj, and you all watch Paradj, and then you've seen when D and J went to Aruba on this last visit, and they did the Flamingo Beach through that Renaissance Hotel. We're trying to get a day pass there, but they don't make them available, we think, until like
The
a few
Sunday.
days before or something. So
Yeah.
we're going to have the internet package. I mentioned that kind of because we have cruise credit. So we're going to try and book that because they have flamingos that you can get in the water with and stuff. And somebody likes flamingos a lot.
Me.
So and Bonaire is where you see flamingos like in the wild. No Bonaire
And feed them.
and feed them. So we're going to try that. If that doesn't work, I know a guy. I know a place near us that has flamingos. I don't know if you can feed them. I bet you can. I don't know if you can feed them, but you can walk around and they're like just free roaming amongst you kind of thing. But so that's going to be Aruba. And then we go to the my tagline, where I got my tagline from, which is Curacao. I mean, really that is Papiamentu, could be any of the ABCs, but Curacao is what I fell in love with. So that's where Bonbini comes from. And we're going to go there. We're going to try and catch a cab to Mahawal Beach, which is amazing snorkeling in this little secluded cove kind of thing, and a beautiful scenery. And, get to see all the cool architecture of Willemstad, Curacao. And then we're off to La Romana, where we're going to take a truck ride up into the mountains and play with the monkeys.
Yes. Yeah.
Squirrel monkeys, to be specific. Squirrel, squirrel. That's what we should do the whole time. Squirrel, 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 squirrel. Monkey,
So
squirrel, monkey.
So I just have to share with everyone. The way that we're doing this right now is on the phone. And in order to see the comments, we've got it on my phone, which, by the way, is about to die. So you might see us like getting real close to the camera and squinting here in a minute because my phone's about to die. So I won't be able to see the comments closer.
You may have already seen me do that.
Anyways,
Yeah,
but because of the way that we're doing that, I'm not able to, for whatever reason, turn my phone down all the way. So whenever we talk, I can hear it play through my phone. So I've got an AirPod in to make the sound not play through my phone. But of course, every time he says something, or we say something, I hear it like just a second later through my ear.
And delay.
So when he just said like
Underlay.
yeah, that's not really. Can you move the whole thing closer? There we go. A little more.
Oh, I just moved the entire wall of the hotel.
That's all right. Yeah, so I just got like squirrel like extra 500 times.
Cool. That was my pigeon impression. So
They don't say cool, they say coo.
So
that's the Australian accent pigeon.
Oh,
Cool.
so there's some talk here about the casino. Apparently there's a way to pull the onboard credit from the casino without risking it.
Oh. Okay.
She said that she found that out with their $1,000 onboard credit.
Oh. Okay.
And then Stacy said, does the casino cash out trick still work? So that could be interesting.
It could be.
But here's the thing. I'm not opposed to using this and like getting gift cards or something, but I'm really excited for the opportunity to just do whatever I want on this cruise.
Yeah, because
I don't.
We paid what we thought it was worth it to us to cruise originally, and yes, we got this great deal, but it just gives us a way to really just cut loose and enjoy this cruise. But I think that may be more than we need.
If we've got some extra, I'm not opposed to trying to get some of it back in some way, shape, or form. But I usually don't do like go overboard on my drinks, and I don't
overboard.
I don't say that.
If she has too many drinks, she will go overboard.
Don't do the spa. Like we don't do all of that stuff.
Not usually, no. And
being able to not worry about how much my bill is racking up, I'm kind of excited for that.
Yeah, it's be cool. I know some people rack up tons and tons of cruise credit too, but so those are good tips.
Ian says hi, he's on.
G'day, Ian. So then our last stop is Amber Cove, Dominican Republic. And we're going to go to the sea park. What's it called? The
Ocean World.
Ocean World. Excellent. I need Sean's wig. He looked like Wayne from Wayne's World. You know Wayne's World? Wayne's World. Yeah. Excellent. Ocean World. Anyway.
So, real quick. Says you can also go to guest services and get an upgrade as soon as you're on board to another cabin. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. We could get a fancy suite.
Yeah, but I like the ocean.
I know. I'm satisfied with my room.
But those are good. Those are great tips, and we appreciate that.
For anybody else that has onboard credit, do those things.
Or it might help us in the future too. So that's good information. We may come back and farm some of this for a future episode, actually.
Oh.
But
good idea.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks, guys.
No, this is why it's important to be a part of different cruising communities and stuff, because you learn stuff all the time. You know, like I hope you guys learn some stuff from us, but we learn from you guys too, and everybody hopefully learns from everybody else, and that's kind of one of the cool aspects of the whole cruising community thing.
So Ocean World.
We're gonna do something that they've never done before.
Have you done it?
Not there. I did it when I was 15 years old. I did a version of this, but not since.
Meg says just play skee ball the whole cruise. I like skee ball.
I don't like it that much.
No, I'd rather have $2,000 of drinks.
Messed up your arm from skee ball, like
drinks and skee ball.
Tell them what we're gonna do in Amber Cove.
We're doing
dolphins.
We're gonna dolphin encounter. So it's one of those things that I've always thought about doing, and I know my mom always wanted to do it. So and Kimbra wants to do it. So it's like, hey, we weren't super excited about going to Amber Cove again, but this makes us super excited about going to Amber Cove again. So we found something really cool and fun and unique to do there, because we're not really sit by the pool, drink people.
And we just went there.
Yeah. And Amber Cove is beautiful. Like the scenery is breathtaking. I don't know, Mom, have you been to Amber Cove?
I think so, okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's a cool port, like looks wise. It's just for activities for like what we like to do. There's not a lot of options or opportunities there, but I just hit some kind of goal.
That's your stand goal.
My stand. I just hit my stand goal sitting here. So
Scott's on. He says, waiting at the airport for a Vegas flight to take off.
ooh, is that the Professor Travel?
That is the Professor Travel.
The Professor Travel who's going on our group cruise?
Oh.
Oh.
Yes, that is the Professor Travel.
Oh. So, yeah, so we have a group cruise too that is scheduled for October of 2023, and we are getting people signed up for that. So if you're interested in doing that, it's going to do the Western Caribbean, which includes Grand Cayman, Roatan, Belize, and Cozumel. And, if you're going with us, there's going to be some underwater activities that you can partake in if you so choose. But of course, we're not the group cruise police. We're not going to make you do anything. But if you want to, you could. Maybe there'll be a little snorkeling. Maybe there'll be a little scuba diving, depending on how many scuba divers we get. We even talked about playing like a Dungeons and Dragons type game on there for those of you that are geeky like us.
I think that would be really cool.
So,
fintastictravel@gmail.com.
Yes, if you're interested in that. And it's also in all the show notes of all of our live stream podcast, vlogs, all that stuff. We just wrapped up our Mardi Gras vlog. How about that? Us putting out videos.
I know, right?
In a timely manner, even.
Like, really?
I mean, we're not like Jay fast on that. Jay's like putting out vlogs as he's experiencing them. Like D and J are doing this, and before they're even finished, the vlog is coming out. The man is a machine. But
you know what? The ship is. Oh, we have a picture of the ship. It is on the Carnival Pride, leaving out of Tampa.
Yes.
We should probably have put that on here.
Probably, but we always show this when we're talking about it.
That's true.
And we chose the Pride because D&J, Dave and Brandy, they love the Pride. I love the Legend. She loves the Miracle. It's the same class.
It leaves out of Tampa.
Which we're hoping that we get people to come in a little before, maybe stay a little bit after, so we can do some fun Tampa Bay things. Maybe we'll go get some food, have a beverage. Maybe we'll go find some alligators, whatever.
Sawgrass parks.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much. There's a lot that this area has to offer. Maybe we'll hang out at the aquarium or something. I don't know.
So many options.
Yeah. So if you're interested, I know it's a long way out, but get in before it's too
Scott
late.
said, "Fantastic D&D." Just saying.
Right, Scott. I have run a D&D game on a cruise ship, and it was the Monarch of the Seas. It was my second cruise ever, and my gaming buddies were on it. So I'm going to run a game, right? So I ran a game as a short game, and we did it in the buffet area, because there wasn't anywhere else to do it. And we had 10, 15 staff members just hovered around us. They were so interested in what we were doing. It was a lot of fun. I wanted so bad to incorporate them into the game and get them to roll up some characters and stuff. But obviously, I was like, oh, don't get yourselves in trouble hanging out here too long. But they were really into it.
We have some cool stuff that we've gotten collected for our D&D gaming recently too. We've got a bunch of new minis and.
That's true. I don't think we don't want to pack a bunch of.
Not a bunch of minis, but we could pack some minis. We could have a mini bag.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I've got that really cool dice bag now. So if anybody watches Critical Role, which I'm currently slightly obsessed with, they have, of course, a website where they sell things, and Laura Bailey is her thing is all of her dice. So they have a Critical Role dice bag of holding that's Laura Bailey's or whatever. So I bought that because I want to have that many dice one day. Right now it's very, very empty. So I need lots more dice.
Speaking of things geeky things like that, we are also planning on having a Halloween costume contest through the Fintastic Cruising podcast on YouTube. And that is going to happen. It's the
29th.
The 29th. It's the Friday before Halloween. And so we'll give you guys more details. We're going to have different categories. There will be prizes. And we'll figure out, we're still kind of working out some of the details on how the judging is going to work and stuff like that. But start thinking about your Halloween costumes.
Meg said, Kimbra is a woman after my own heart. Thank you, Meg.
But then, you know what that made me think of? Remember, we just watched the vlog that we just did, because we watch it while we're editing it, but then sometimes we don't get to watch it again. And the whole thing with the zombies on the cruise ship. Mm-hmm. Like, this is just me thinking out loud. Okay, so
we have a lot of zombie minis. I
know I'm not making any promises, but maybe we could do some sort of thing like a Zoom zombie cruise ship one-off game, or maybe we could run it if we get people interested.
Oh, that'd be cool.
We could get a certain number of people and we could just run it repeatedly.
Let us know
for the week around Halloween or something like that.
Let us know if you're interested in trying to do a quick D&D game through virtual Zooming or something of the sort. fintasticCruising@gmail.com, which is different than the booking a cruise with me, which is fintastictravel@gmail.com. Or email one or the other, and we'll figure out where it belongs.
It always goes to the same people. But yeah, and again, I don't know. This is just literally me thinking out of the top of my head right now, which can be dangerous. But
if we get enough people, we might figure out how to make it happen.
And if you're like, I don't know how to do that role-playing stuff, don't worry. It's not going to be like, you're not going to have to read a book or anything. I'll make it real super simple and just fun.
What if I'm DMing?
Or Kimbra could
No, I've never DM'd.
I mean, you could.
Oh, Meg's hand is up. She's in.
Excellent.
fintasticCruising@gmail.com.
Yes, which we did get an email from Andrew.
Oh, we did. Let's go to that.
I don't. Have you seen them on here tonight? I'm like,
no, I don't. They're busy people. We need to chat with them again sometime. Where is it? I get so many emails. Andrew, long time. That's a long email.
It's an Andrew email. Of course, it's a long email.
It's not a normal.
No, that's like a mere paragraph compared to his normal dissertations.
Long time no email. For a new mask to avoid fogging, another technique I've seen is to use a lighter to burn off the coating on the inside. A dive master showed us this after not scrubbing enough. If you scrub, make sure you do enough. Some people swear by this. So
when I was showing off my new mask, I think I was talking about that. You have to rub we used to use toothpaste. Maybe you still can, but you can buy like mask scrubs and stuff. I did have that problem because the frameless masks have a real thick coating, and I got desperate and I tried the lighter thing, and it did work. It did work for me, but I was so nervous because if you like Google that, you'll find that it's like a battle of whether you should do that or not on the internet. That kind of thing goes. Mac, PC, or whatever. It's that kind of a battle. Coke, Pepsi. But I was very, very nervous that I was going to like burn my mask, and it was an expensive mask. But at that point, I felt like I couldn't get the coating off, and I was desperate. I'm like, well, if I can't get the coating off, this mask is useless to me. So I did it, and it worked. But then I got another mask with the same problem, and I just scrubbed really hard, put more elbow grease, and I got that one out. So it does work, but beware. You could potentially melt your mask if you're not careful.
And the other half of this email. If you're curious about how they make the pina colada at Barrachina, it's actually pretty simple since they use canned cream of coconut and pineapple juice. And then he sent a link for that, which we're
going to try that because we like that pina colada quite a bit.
I couldn't stop thinking about this Anthony Bourdain video, if you don't mind someone hating on touristy cruise travel. The Barrachina part is at... Oh, he put a link. So if we remember, because every time we're like, hey, we're going to put this link up that was sent to us in the group, and then we forget. So we will hopefully remember to put this link up. And if we don't, be like, hey,
and you want to
put
see
those links up because,
Or Andrew, if you're watching this, throw that link over in
or if you're listening to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have all intentions of doing it, but I know me. Yeah.
So thank you, Andrew. And, we haven't been getting a lot of emails lately. So definitely, please, by all means, send us an email, fintasticruising@gmail.com. And questions, stories, comments, whatever. As long as it's clean and relevant, we're going to read it on the air. And even if it's not clean, we might. Depends on how dirty it is. But you know, my mom watches, so within reason, okay? And also, if you do listen to the podcast or if you use Apple Podcasts, please consider going over and giving us a review over there and a star rating. And that helps the podcast get out there as a podcast. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed and hitting that thumbs up and letting YouTube know that people like the podcast and spread it around. So, yeah.
Is that your way of finishing up the episode?
I don't know. What time are we at?
It's about time.
It's about time. Okay, yeah.
I mean, we're a little short right now, but I think that's okay. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean.
Look, is this weird perspective? Okay. Is this weird perspective?
I look really sharp.
How much sugar have you had today?
None. This is zero sugar. Well, no, that's not true. I had regular soda earlier. This is my years of watching Bill Nye the Science Guy. Check out this cup. Isn't it cool? You know, that kind of thing. It's very effective for virtual teaching. I can tell you that.
Here's something I have to tell you about the Bill Nye thing. So the other day at work, when you were doing the virtual shark program. So let's let the people know. So the other day at work, Matt did the virtual shark program that we offer out to schools for like the department so that everybody could see what we do. Anyways, so while you were doing that, I just kept thinking, he must have watched a lot of Bill Nye because there are so many things that you do or the way that you talk that is very Bill Nye.
You know what's weird? I didn't actually watch a ton of Bill Nye. I watched
Are there other sciencey things that you watch?
So look, okay, so here's Bill Nye. You know, this is made of a polymer, but then check this out. Take a look at this little beauty. Okay, you see a pattern there? This is just good, engaging television, you know, look at the camera, smile, all that kind of thing. So I give credit to Bill Nye just because I teach science, but there's a lot of people like Steve Irwin that I watch a lot more of. It's not
necessarily the way that you get up and like engage, but the way that you say things.
Oh, I have the same sense of humor.
But no, the way that it's said, the way that you say some words like boom and then blah, 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 or like you say blah, 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 blah. Like the way that you say it is very Bill Nye.
Yeah, well, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
Anyways, also, real quick, where'd it go? I lost it. Meg said Pirates Republic Brewery is on my list now. It's amazing.
It's good.
Highly recommend.
Yeah.
And they now have some of their stuff.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking of, but I couldn't remember.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
So, yeah, if you're in Nassau and you like beer, definitely it's real close to the cruise port. And I mean, if you watched the vlog, you saw Marco. I mean, they're just super friendly. I've been there in the past too, and I had a really good experience, like customer service wise. But the beer is actually really good, and they didn't have any on tap when we were there, but even out of the can, it was good. And in the past, when I was there, they had the one that was like it was rum infused stout, I think, whiskey or rum. I think it was rum, and it was really good and really strong too. So beware of that. But they've had some other ones too that I've tried that have been really good. So definitely check that out. So Kimbra is so excited, right? Like last week, I think on the vlog, you were drinking that Hogarden, and which is a wheat beer like the Golden Haze of Piracy. And then I was like, when I was doing the vlog, I was editing the vlog, right? So I'm like, hey, I bet they have a Facebook page. I need to go and like that and just see if there's any information, you know, relevant. So I go to the Facebook page, and what do I see? I see, oh, Pirate Republic Brewing Company, now available at ABC Liquor. What? There's ABC Liquors around us, and I think it even said in the Tampa area.
Yeah, specifically in the Tampa area.
And it said Total Wine, and that's where we go when we're looking for alcohol. So, what do? We went to Total Wine to see, and they did have the Pilsner, and they had
the IPA.
One of the IPAs, which were probably our least favorites, but they were good. It's good for a Pilsner. I'm just not a Pilsner guy. Don't like IPA, so I have no idea. But if you like IPAs, I'd try it because their other stuff's good. But their other beers are available in some other locations. I think like Sarasota had it, and possibly that'll be expanding. So that's good news if you are a fan of their beer.
Yeah, it seems like Pirate Republic Brewing has some big plans to get their beers out there, which is really cool.
Kind of told us that they were negotiating with Publix, and that's big. If they can get the Publix, that would be so cool for them too.
Yeah,
that's got to be a huge revenue boost. For them.
Yeah.
But like, I would tell you to go there and try the beer because it's good beer as well as the experience. The time I was there before was the Cruise Geeks La Lita Loca group cruise. So there was a fun group of people there, and we were upstairs in a room. This is, of course, pre-pandemic times. And there's a pirate museum, which is a lot of fun, too, especially if you have young ones or if you're just young at heart. Then, there's a guy that used to always be at the pirate museum outside trying to get you to come in, and he'd dress like a pirate, and he'd interact with you and stuff like that. And he came to the brewery. We're all upstairs enjoying our beverages. He came upstairs doing his pirate thing, but like Marco was doing the, there she blows, but this guy was like legit and starts telling us pirate history and stuff in a pirate accent. It was awesome. So definitely one to check out, and a lot of fun. Yeah, there's something else that I just thought of whenever I was saying that, but I don't know what it was. It was there and then gone.
I'm sure you'll think of it once we finish this up.
Probably will. Anyway, don't forget, look for us Friday. We may try and do this again Friday from the ship for us.
Oh, Matt, do you have any kind of cruise creature you want to do?
Oh, I didn't even think about a cruise creature tonight. Look for us in the Down Under Cruisers. Okay, cruise creature. I did not prepare, did not think about a cruise creature.
Do you want me to run the music, or do you want to just say no cruise creature?
No, we can't say no cruise creature.
Okay.
Look, here's what I want you guys to do. Throw some cruise creatures at me. Not literally, don't hurt the cruise creatures, but throw some cruise creatures at me, and I will try and do a cruise creature from one that you guys throw at me. So something we haven't done before. If somebody can come up with something we haven't done before, I will do my best cruise creature description for that animal, assuming I know something about it. So
I'm not going to run it until we start seeing some stuff, because that would be weird.
Yes. While we're waiting for that, it says, what does that say?
Well, there's a few things
going on. Are they already coming up?
Yeah. Well, no. Just in general.
Oh, okay. Let's cover those.
Because you were talking a lot.
Gotcha.
So let's see. Where are we?
We're in
Blue's
Miami.
Clues. Mr. Wizard. Did you watch Mr. Wizard?
I think a couple times maybe. I know
on Nickelodeon. You probably weren't a Nickelodeon.
No,
kid.
I was a little. But I mean, Bill Nye was about that same time.
Alton Brown.
That sounds real familiar too, but I'd have to Google that one.
Michael Perry said, "Have a great cruise." Thank you.
Thank you, Michael Perry.
Meg likes beer. And Hogarden is one of her favorites.
See,
says it tastes like bananas a little.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I didn't taste banana, but
I can see that though. I can see where you can get that.
Okay. We have seahorse.
Okay.
Sloths, ratfish.
Oh. Have we done seahorse?
Yes, on Father's Day.
We did seahorse on Father's Day. I know we've covered sloths.
We did sloth with Anthony.
So ratfish. Well, now that's a tricky one.
Do you have anything?
So I think
I don't say we gotta run the sound. So let me know if you're ready to do that. Or if
okay,
you wait.
I think the ratfish is another name for the chimera.
Yeah.
So
don't start saying stuff yet. I gotta run the
music. I can do my best.
Oh wait, let's see. We've got spiny lobster.
I
think we've done that.
You probably have.
I can search for it real quick.
Well, ratfish came up first. I think that's fair.
Okay. Then.
Oh, it doesn't need us. Oh, wait a minute. We're back. Okay, ratfish. Well, when you say ratfish, the first thing I think of is the band Rat.
I gotta stand up and readjust. Sorry.
Round and round. No? Okay. It's like a hairband from the 80s. Yeah, whatever.
I was
into it when I was in junior high. Before the punk rock, I was into
I was
the
born at the
hairbands.
end of that time.
Whatever. Anyway, the ratfish. Not a rodent. It is a fish, however, but not a bony fish. So, no. So if you have a bone...
It's a dark fish, right?
Huh?
Like it likes the dark.
Oh, yes.
Not like it's a dark fish.
I mean, it is kind of, but it has like... Well, I think there's multiple species.
Oh, the one at the aquarium.
It's like that white spots and stuff like that. Yes. So it is in the chondrichthyes group, which is your cartilaginous fish. So your sharks, your rays, your guitar fish, your there's another one. Burr. Anyway, it's in that group. Skates, that's what it is. Your skates and your chimeras, aka ratfish. Now, they are an interesting looking fish. The species that I am aware of get about so big. What's that, maybe 2 feet, 2.5 feet?
Two-ish?
Maybe probably closer to 2 feet. Again, if you're listening to this one, I usually do research to make sure that the knowledge in my brain is accurate, or that I get the knowledge in my brain if it didn't exist already. Didn't do that this time, so don't take everything I say as fact. Double check me on this stuff because I could get it wrong. But yeah, they're deep sea fish, and they have large eyes. So when you're a deep sea creature and you're going to eat stuff, because that's what animals do, they eat things, you have to have a strategy, and you have to have some sort of adaptation to allow you to get food. So there's different strategies animals have. So you could be an animal that doesn't rely on vision at all, and you rely on other sensory organs, like maybe things that are touch, taste, smell, that sort of thing. You could also rely on sound. You could rely on making lights, like the anglerfish, to draw things to you. But the ratfish has big eyes, so it gives it better vision in the dark. The problem is there's so little light at depth that, that still may not be super helpful, but enough that they can detect that little bit of bioluminescent light and find their food and do the things. But yeah, cartilaginous fish, pretty cool. Probably not going to see them on a cruise, because they usually more land vacation type animals. They like to do land vacations. No, just kidding. No, you probably won't see them while you're cruising, because if you do, maybe you had like a Titanic experience or something.
Wow.
And then you wouldn't see them anyway. That just got dark, didn't it?
Yes. Well, I mean, if you're that deep, yeah, it's going to be dark.
I mean, I wasn't trying to be deep, but yeah, but they're there. Like so many things. So think about this for a second. When you're sailing on the big blue wet thing, and you can look on the TV and it'll tell you the depth. I think that's on every ship. I know a Carnival, Royal Caribbean do that. I assume Norwegian and Disney and all of them do it. Think about this. Check that depth every now and then, because the ocean is a big place. It's also a deep place, and that depth varies depending on where you're at. So yeah, think about all the living things that you are sailing over that humans never see, because there is some strange stuff under the ocean. So much we don't know yet. So many things that we haven't
under the sea
that we don't know about. So anyway, that's my my improv cruise creature, because I was not clever enough to think about doing a cruise creature. So any other fun comments before we wrap it up?
We have, that was
Kevin Counts, I believe, picked ratfish.
Yes. Hi, Dan.
Switch to otters. We did cover. Did we do sea otters?
We did sea otters. Let's see.
We should put out the list of current cruise creatures.
Okay.
So that people can reference those, and they can go by episode number. And if you want to know about like sea otters, then you can reference this and go like, oh, that's episode blah blah blah, and then you can learn all about sea otters. Or
Kevin said, I tried to do a report on a ratfish in 4th grade and couldn't find any info, so I switched the report to sharks. Thanks for clearing things up for me. They're
an animal that we don't know a ton about, but they're also an animal that, yeah, they're not like super charismatic. They're not scary. So there's not generally as much information about them. But we do have a chimera, aka ratfish, at the aquarium.
Yeah.
Which is cool. And we have to keep it in a dark tank, so it's got red light on it. Because the bright light could really hurt
like
it,
signs
stress it
like
out.
no flash photography and stuff. Yeah.
And the water has to be kept really cold. But the pressure seems to be like, we can't reproduce the pressure, but it seems to do okay from that. So, yeah.
All right. Real quick, Jennifer's on, Adam's on. Hello.
Jennifer also.
We are at the end. We started this a little bit early today since we're doing it from the hotel. So thank you for jumping on here at the end. Go back and listen and watch to everything. That stuff. Do you have anything else?
I got nothing.
Do you have anything else?
I got nothing either.
Well, on that note, it's time to head for the horizon tomorrow. And until next time, seize the day.
Have a fantastic week, everybody.
Bye.
There we go. Hey, Adam joined us. Adam, this is just I don't know, it's just somebody we found around
Some
the
weird
hallway.
lady. She was stumbling around and we thought maybe she needed some help. So we gave her a bed for the night.
No, it's my mom. It's Mama Sandy. So
Hi,
she is going on the cruise with us. And yeah. Okay. Any wrap ups for the after the credits thing? Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Beached in Texas. And yeah, I don't know. I said this but Jennifer's going on a group cruise too.
Yes.
Very excited
Jennifer
about that.
just said hello to you.
Hi, Jennifer.
I mean, lots of people have said hi to you. I just haven't read all of them.
Oh, that's okay. I'll look at the whole thing anyway.
Dan said, it's the stunt coordinator. I mean, Sandy.
Ta-da!
I forgot that we put names on all of that stuff.
Is that what we have listed as stunt coordinator?
Yes.
Must be, yeah. That's
funny.
appropriate.
That's funny. Kudos to you, Dan, for like remembering that.
Right?
You know?
I think he names all of them, like when we bring Reno up and this name.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
He's got it down. I
Dan,
don't even know what we name them all.
Is there anything you want us to do while we're at Amber Cove in the Jurassic Park area there for you?
Adam said he's curious of our thoughts after the Horizon compared to the Mardi Gras.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on Vista. I'm curious about my thoughts on Horizon compared to Vista, because I have been on Vista twice, and I had impression of Vista the first time, and I had a much better impression of Vista the second time, but it didn't get to the top of my list like Mardi Gras did. So I don't know. I'm curious whether I'm going to like it more than the Vista. I'm also curious what it's going to be like with like a 50-60% capacity, because I think that's what it's been sailing at. We'll see if this one is higher, but
what's going to be weird to me is I'm still looking forward to the Horizon, but I was really, really looking forward to the Horizon because it's a much bigger ship than I've been on. And now I've been on the Mardi Gras. So I'm still excited for the Horizon, but I don't have that big ship excitement like I did.
Yeah, I know Vista and Horizon are kind of similar. They're like sister ships, but there were a lot of people that went on Vista that didn't like it and then went on Horizon and did like it. And I'm curious what that difference is. I think I'm going to miss the Red Frog Pub because I really like the Red Frog Pub. And although the barbecue place was kind of cool on the Mardi Gras, I would have rather been a Red Frog pub. I'm also curious though if like I said, I went on Vista, was kind of meh, and I think that's because I had like expectations, and then there were some things that kind of threw me off about it, like the atrium, the theater, and then I went back on it with different expectations, and then had a much better outlook on the ship. Now I had great cruises on both of those, so I'm not complaining about the ship, but I'm wondering if people on the Vista had that sort of experience and then went on the Horizon with different expectations and were like, oh yeah, okay. I don't know. We will, I'm sure, talk about that though in future episodes.
Dan asked if we can find the spot where they filmed Jurassic Park.
Oh, I don't know, because we're just limited to Amber Cove and then up.
Yeah.
And then the
we're doing
Ocean World.
Yeah.
But they do have like a big sign. I know I filmed it a little bit on our last trip. And they have like the fake amber and stuff.
Yeah.
They should get a tour of that area.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Dan, if you know areas where they filmed it, send that to us so we know, and then maybe we can like, I don't think we'll be able to visit them, but maybe we can like ask some questions.
Stacy said the Mardi Gras is going to ruin it for a lot of people. The Mardi Gras is an amazing ship. Like I am very excited to get back on it, but there's no relaxing on that cruise.
You could, but you won't.
But well, I mean, the option is to do everything or to relax.
You can't do everything in 1 week.
No.
I don't know if you could do everything in 2 weeks. I'm curious to see Dave and Brandy's experience for a full 2 weeks that they were on there to see if they felt like they did everything.
Yeah.
But
sorry. Dan says, Sandy, my mom now has a hummingbird that will fly up and sit on the edge of her deck table. She's jealous of the ones that sit on your finger.
Tell him I'm down to about 12 hummingbirds now. Joe counted 18 today because I told him they're almost all gone. He wants to know how often and how much food he had to give them every day.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, my mom is like the hummingbird whisperer. They're all flying south for the winter, but she gets like 60 to 100. Yeah, and they will land on her finger. They get to know her. That's just a lot of patience and being one with the hummingbird.
Adam, we are going to Aruba, Curacao, La Romana, and Amber Cove.
I got this last one. It's one happy island, right? Is that what it says on here? It doesn't say it on this one. Yeah, one happy island. I feel like that's
Adam, are
true.
you going to ride Bolt again?
And get the 2 laps for $15?
Right.
Because that's fair. It is actually a little more fair for people now.
Right.
So, yeah. Good night, Dave. We're just about to wrap up, Dave. So, you're late to the party, but I understand because it's probably like
Adam said yes.
Early in the morning.
And I'm going to get my money back. Who is that fine young lady in the background?
Who's that?
Dave Burgess, yeah.
Hi, Dave.
Yeah, we are super stoked. Very excited. I don't know if am I going to be able to sleep tonight? Probably should.
You didn't even sleep much last night.
I know. I was up at like 5:30 in the morning.
I mean, I didn't either. Like I slept good, but I wasn't asleep all night.
Yeah.
Like I woke up rested. I didn't want to get up.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. We'll see if I can sleep. I might have to take some of that Tylenol PM.
I kind of want some more Pepsi One.
That's probably a bad idea, though.
Then you won't sleep.
It's the caffeine.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we do have like part of a 2-liter over there.
I know. I'm going to drink some anyways. Dave, leave the extra help alone. I will tell
Sue. All right. If anybody has any last questions, we can answer those or make something up, and then we'll say goodnight after that.
Are you close to the port? We are staying near the airport, so about 15 minutes.
We're like 15 minutes from the cruise port.
Right.
We're like 9 minutes from the airport.
Yeah. But
probably 5 without traffic.
I guess he did say port.
Well, then you said we're close to the airport, 15 minutes. I just
That,
clarify.
right. I was saying
It's
he,
important.
He said port, and you talked about both the cruise port and the airport.
We
So
don't have any port to drink.
We've covered all the ports.
We have port. You know, we bought that port in St. Augustine.
And we haven't drank
We
it.
haven't cracked that bottle
No.
open yet.
We need to do that. I say that sometimes. I'm like, oh, we should drink this port, and then like we go to bed.
Is that the one in the pretty bottle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I thought.
And if we drank the port, we'd probably fall asleep. So
We should have brought the port.
yeah.
We were gonna bring the port last time.
Well, we could have. I don't know. I guess you could bring port. I mean, it's wine.
It's wine.
We don't need that on the cruise.
No. All right. We should get off of here so that we can attempt to go to bed.
We're gonna head to bed.
You can keep saying that one all the time because you're always gonna head to bed.
Head to bed. Get a bed head.
That's like a like hairspray brand. Bedhead.
Is it?
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair.
Anyways. Bye.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.